You know, there really wasn't a whole lot of games that I was looking forward to playing in 2022. I thought this year was a bit lacking in terms of games of my interest, but to my surprise, I actually ended up playing quite a few games. So here are my top 5 games that I've played this year. Coming in number 5, we have Devil May Cry 3. Now, I've played Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3 on stream. I've beaten them, I think I beat them in like the span of 8 streams max. Devil May Cry's 1 and 3 are awesome. 2 sucks. But 3 and 1 are great. But 3 especially, because I feel like 3 definitely improved on the combat system of 1. The fights, especially against Virgil, were just so cool. Like, dude, I was so tempted to use items. I know, haha, laugh at me in the comments. Oh, look at Van using items. Skill issue. Shut up. But I did not. I was like, no. Against Virgil, he is not getting items used on him, okay? I'm going to fight him legitimately. And it took me like 20 tries or some shit to beat him. But I finally beat Virgil. And yeah, the game is fun. I love Dante. Dante's just so cool. Usually I'm not a fan when characters use too many one-liners. I feel like they're trying hard to be cool. But Dante's the exception. He's just naturally cool. He doesn't even need to say any one-liners. He's just... God, I love Dante. He quickly became one of my favorite pro tags. And yeah, no, the music's awesome. It's metal as fuck. If you haven't played a Devil May Cry game, do yourself a favor and play them. Except for 2. 2 sucks. But 1 and 3, especially 3, I would say play it. I definitely do plan on playing 4 and 5 later on. But 3 gets the number 5 spot. And this game was actually gifted to me by my friend, The Lone M. So thank you, M, for gifting me Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry 3 takes the number 5 spot. Coming in at number 4 is a game that I really wanted to play for so long, and I finally worked up the courage to play it, and that game is Touhou VI, Embodiment of Scarlet Devil. Yes, Touhou VI. It actually turned 20 years old this year. But yeah, Touhou VI, like, I was so scared to play Touhou because Bullet Hells and me, we don't really get along that well. They stress me out. Like, they really are, especially if I'm trying to 1 credit clear it. Basically, that means just not using continues. With continues, yeah, it's a little less stressful, but did you really beat it if you use continues? I didn't think so. That's like using items in Devil May Cry. Like, did you really beat it? I mean, I suck at Devil May Cry, so, I mean, I'm satisfied. But not with Touhou. I wasn't satisfied when I beat Remilia with continues, so I tried to beat her without continues, and I actually managed to do it after so long, and I also 1 credit cleared it on stream as well. I beat Flounder too. Flounder's actually my favorite Touhou character, but that fight was just dumb luck. But yeah, no, Touhou 6, a really awesome game. Zune, I mean, the guy can do no wrong. Zune is like a god amongst men, really. Like, he created such a fantastic series. The music is just top tier. Like Touhou music is probably, I'd say Touhou music is probably like one of, if not like the best overall music in video games. Like, Touhou music's just amazing. Again, the bullet hell is very simple, straightforward. You have, you know, your bullets, you have your bombs that you can use to get yourself out of a sticky spot. I love the characters as well. They don't talk too much, but they have so much personality, which is amazing because like these games, they're, like I said, these characters, they don't have too much dialogue. They don't talk like in-depth conversations, but you get a sense of what they're about just from the few lines of dialogue and from the Danmaku. And yeah, I love this game. I actually really enjoyed this game. I do plan on playing more Touhou games in the future, but when my stress levels go down, I'll play one because they are stressful, but I guess it's a bullet hell. But yeah, either way, if you haven't played a Touhou game, especially if you're a weeb, you gotta play one. Playing a Touhou game should be part of the weeb bucket list. But anyway, Touhou 6 coming in at number 4. Now, coming in at number 3, this is a real shocker. Because I hated this game when I first booted it up. But that game is Pokemon Scarlet. Now, I know a lot of people got Violet. Like, literally most people got Violet, actually. Because when I went into GameStop, they had a bunch of Scarlet for sale. But, like, Violet was, like, nowhere to be found. But, yeah, no, and the reason why I didn't like this game at first because it's buggy as shit. Oh, my goodness. This game does not run well on the fucking Switch. The Switch is just weak, man. The Switch is a weak console. But it's crazy because, like, Sword and Shield actually ran better than this. But Sword and Shield was not nearly as good as Scarlet and Violet. And they actually released a patch to, you know, get rid of some of the performance issues of Scarlet and Violet. But either way, Scarlet and Violet, I mean, Pokemon Generation 9, I was so skeptical. I was like, Gen 7 was not, like, it was good, but it wasn't like, oh my goodness, amazing. Generation 8, aside from some story stuff, it was kind of disappointing. So going into 9, I was like, I had a bit of a pessimistic attitude, but 9 definitely shattered my expectations. Even though it's a little buggy, it's actually pretty damn buggy. Although, to be fair, I was actually on the lower end of bugs I got. Like, I didn't run into the Elite Four theme bug and all that. To my surprise, though, this game is fantastic. Like, this game was the first Pokemon game in years where I sat down to play it because I wanted to play it, alright? A lot of times when I was playing Gen 7, you know, Sun and Moon, and Sword and Shield, and Gen 8 Sword and Shield, I would sit down and play it because, like, I had to play it. Like, oh, I have to get through this. Whereas Scarlet and Violet, like, pretty much, you know, once you get past, like, the tutorial in the beginning, I sat down because I wanted to play it. Like, I woke up saying, like, wow, I cannot wait to play Scarlet and Violet. That's exactly what you need in a Pokemon game. The music is awesome. You know, Toby Fox, great-ass composer. Like, the man can make music. So kudos to him. And even the other tracks that haven't been produced by him, I think the Elite Four was not produced by him. And that track literally fucks. That track fucks hard. It's intense. You know, it gets your blood flowing. It's just great. I really like the open world, it giving you options. They do kind of have like their own idea of like where you should go, but you can do whatever you want. You could take on a Grusha, who's the highest level gym leader, like as your first gym battle, and the game won't tell you otherwise. And I'm not really a big fan of open world games. I definitely prefer linear stuff, but this game surprised me. I really enjoyed the open worldness, just the freedom of I can do whatever I want. The story was, dude, the story, man. Oh boy, man. If you're playing this game, make sure you have a box of tissues next to you because holy crap, you might do some crying. The new Pokemon were absolutely outstanding. I love Meowscarada, Annihilate, Tinkaton, Kilowattrel, Amarouge, and Ceruledge is cool as well, but I got Scarlet, so I had Amarouge. This game is just super fun, and if you're pessimistic about Pokemon, please, I implore you, get Scarlet and Violet. It may shatter your expectations. I know it did for me. Like I said, I went in this game with extremely low expectations, but I genuinely had a very, very fun time with Scarlet and Violet. To be fair, like, this game and Touhou VI could be flipped on my list. I just gave Scarlet and Violet just number 3 instead of 4 because I went into it with lower expectations and it shattered them. So, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, man, if this is the direction Pokemon is going, I'm looking forward to Pokemon again. So, but it comes in at number 3. Coming at number 2, we have another shocker, which is Ease 8. Now, Ease 8 was given to me by my good friend, Choops, aka Choopy Choosy, on Twitch. Go follow him, please. He's awesome. Cool. Now, he also gifted me Ease, Oath, and Felghana, and, I mean, I don't have to make it a secret. He knows. I freaking hated that game. Oh, my goodness, that game, what do the cool kids say now? Filtered? Is that what the cool kids say? Yeah, no, that game filtered me like crazy. I didn't care about the story. I just wanted to get through the game and move on. I actually dropped it for a little bit. But then I thought I was being a pussy and I was like, you know, fuck it, I'm gonna beat this. Yeah, that game, I didn't really like it too much. So, going into Ease 8, I saw what it looked like. You know, it definitely looked a lot better. It's a pretty game to look at. But I was still skeptical. I was still nervous. I wasn't excited to play it. But after like the first stream or two, anxieties and worries about the game just went away. The game is fantastic. First of all, like I said before, the game is pretty. The graphics, the character design, that opening, dude, that is like the most beautiful opening title screen I've ever seen. Like, have you seen, like, dude, like, look at this shit. That is like a piece of art. That should be put in museums. That is so beautiful. And yeah, the game is super fun. The combat is easy to get used to. This is probably... I haven't played too many action RPGs. I mean, I guess I have. Like, I played, like, all Kingdom Hearts games. I played Dot Hack GU. I played, obviously, this game, Ys, and, you know, Tales of Arise, which came in at number 3 last year on my list. It should have been number 2, but I was still, like, reeling from the Danganronpa V3 ending. But, yeah, and this game is great. The combat is one of the best I've ever played. The characters, I love them. Loxia is so cool. She has to make an appearance in Ys 10. I will be so disappointed if she doesn't make it in Ys 10. And yeah, no, and Adol, of course. Adol, our adventure sexual protag, being cool as ever. Dogi, I mean, who doesn't like Dogi? If you don't like Dogi, you just have no soul. Like, just plain and simple. I guess the only criticism I have of the game is most of the areas, I guess, look samey. But, I mean, you're on an island. There's not really much to do on the island, so that's not really an issue. But other than that, and that's just a minor problem. To be honest, I didn't even give a shit. That was kind of just me nitpicking. Like they said, the combat is so fluid and smooth. The game's not too difficult. It is Ys, so it's going to be a little difficult for you, but it's still not super difficult. There's plenty of side quests. I'm pissed that I didn't get the true ending. I came close. But yeah, no, I'm kind of pissed about that. I did see the ending though online though, so it's all good. This game is just an absolute. It was fun, but Ys 8 was really something else, and I'm looking for. Listen, I might buy Ys 10 now. I'm really looking forward to it. I might even play Ys 9 sometime in the future, maybe. But with that being said, there is one more game that I like just slightly better than Ys 8, but nonetheless, Ys 8. Fantastic game, comes in at number 2. Now, before we get into our number 1 choice, I do want to give one honorable mention, and that is to Elden Ring. Now, okay, I know my server, Vin, got filtered by this game. No, I didn't get filtered. The fights were actually nice. I actually like the fighting. As much as the fights definitely pissed me off, the fights were actually fun. I actually enjoyed fighting in this game. The only thing that made me drop really Elden Ring was wandering. Like I said in the Pokemon Scarlet section, I'm not a big fan of open world games. And Elden Ring, I mean, that's definitely open world. I'm not really a huge fan of it. I'm really not a huge fan of open world, exploring, getting lost. That being said, I do think the game is great. I actually think this is a really fantastic game. Again, I didn't beat it because it's just not for me. But if you're a Soulsborne fan, or you just like hard, challenging, open world games in general, I definitely recommend Elden Ring. This game, I do not think is bad at all. I didn't finish it because it's not for me. With that being said, I do think the game is great. So that's why I decided to give it an honorable mention. Now, number 1. Number 1 is a very interesting choice because it was actually, out of all the games that I've streamed, aside from fighting games, from start to finish is the longest game I've streamed. And that game, Super Robot Wars 30. Yes, gifted to me by my good friend Quality, the mecha nerd himself. Again, it's weird. Like, this game, this whole list is full of games that, like, I went into not really expecting much out of, right? Not really, like, with Touhou, I was scared of bullet hells. Pokemon, it's Pokemon, it was disappointing the fuck out of me. Ys 8, Oath and Felghana shit. And I guess Devil May Cry, they said it had a little horror to it, so, you know, I don't like horror. And then even Elden Ring, like, I don't like, you know, I thought I was gonna fuck with a Soulsborne game, and, well, I don't, but they're good games nonetheless. And Super Robot Wars, I really didn't go in with too many expectations because I'm not a mecha fan. I think before this game, I played this game, I only watched Gurren Lagann and fuck it, what else? Evangelion. I think those are like the only 2 mecha anime that I've actually seen before this game. I did watch like a little amount of Gundam Seed and maybe like an episode of Gundam Wing and G when I was a kid. I wasn't really a huge mecha fan, but this game is, wow, this game is incredible. And it sucks because I would have definitely enjoyed it more had I watched, you know, a good amount of these shows beforehand. But I actually, because of this game, I'm now like a big mecha fan. Like, I've watched so many mecha anime. I watched Code Geass finally. I've been waiting to get around to that. I watched a bunch of Gundams. I've watched Gridman. I watched Knights and Magic, the best mecha of all time. Actually, false. The best mecha is Majestic Prince. I love that show. I read Ray Earth. I watched Gun Sword. I watched so many others, and I'm planning to watch even more in the future. But this game is phenomenal. This game is truly a celebration of mecha anime. If you're a mecha fan, dog, you get this game. There's no reason you should not get this game. Fantastic. Truly so fun. I love the characters. There's a lot of dialogue, but man, I actually enjoyed reading through it. The characters are great. The game is phenomenal. It's pretty easy for the most part. If you're playing on harder difficulties, the only really difficulty is that the enemies are pretty bulky, but this game is great. I love the combat. There's so much customization to be done. There's, you got your power parts. You can boost your stats. You can give them skills. You can upgrade your main ship, the Dreystrager. There's just so much you can do in this game. And I did pretty much everything. Like, I did through all the missions, all the DLC. Again, thank you, Quality, for that. I think the only thing I didn't do was that one mission where you have to beat it 10 times, but I mean, like, I beat it once. Like, I don't need to beat it 10 times. Yeah, I pretty much did everything in this game, and it was a really fun experience. And like I said, I'm a huge mecha fan now, whether that's a good thing or bad thing. I do have a Gunpla of the 00 Quanta, the greatest mech of all time, no question. The strongest, coolest, best ever. And I have yet to build it. So I don't know how to build it, but I will build it one of these days. Back to Super Robot Wars 30. Phenomenal game. Again, like I said, a true celebration of mecha anime. It's long, but it's definitely, you get your money's worth out of it. The combat's fun. It plays like Fire Emblem. It plays like Disgaea, shit like that. So if you played games like that, Final Fantasy Tactics, if you played games like that, you would love SRW. You don't even have to watch any of these shows to start off with. Like, I watched none of these shows when I played this game, and I still enjoyed everything about it. I still had a fun time with it, interacting with the characters and stuff. So yeah, SRW 30, really fantastic game. Overall, a great experience, and I'm glad it introduced me to, not introduced me, but like, it got me into a genre that I didn't think I was gonna get into, which is great. So yeah, Super Robot Wars 30, you are the best game of 2022 that I played. Oh man, that was a long video. Shit. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. I have another video coming out soon after this. I don't know when I'm gonna post this, but this video is definitely gonna get posted before the next video. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming, so much for watching. Hopefully you give these games a play. And yeah, I'll see you all on Twitch, because I stream on Twitch now, but I'll still use this channel for other stuff. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. And again, follow me on Twitch. Before I say shit, before I do my outro, follow me on Twitch. Twitch.tv/GeneralV4N. Follow me there. Watch me stream. I stream every Monday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So yeah, just catch me there. And that's it. Look out for my next video after this one. So I'll see y'all next time. And as always, peace. Have a great night.